Hello everyone. I'm about to show you something that I discovered in the Resident Evil 3 Remake demo when it comes to the knife. So, there are actually 3 different knife animations that Jill can do, and you might have done the third animation on accident, and you've been wondering how exactly you do it, but I'm about to show you exactly how you do it in this video. Right now, I'm just going to be showing the different knife animations that Jill can do. So that right there was a normal stab, where she doesn't get any kind of additional property with her slashes, she just does a very normal slash. This second animation right here is the lunge. You get this by standing still and knifing. You can use the lunge to get increased range on your knife hit and be able to hit enemies at a greater distance. But the biggest problem with this is that you end up accidentally shifting your hitbox a lot of the times. So you can accidentally shift your hitbox, cause an enemy to attack, and you're going to be closer to them, and you will end up getting hit very easily. The applications for this particular attack will have to be explored further in the full game. Maybe there are particular enemies that will respond to this better, but that's not going to happen in the demo since we're only dealing with zombies. But now I'm about to show you the third animation that I finally figured out how to do, and it is this animation right here. And to do this particular animation, the input for it is so stupid. You have to hold aim, then you have to push to the right on your left analog stick, then you have to press R2 a split second after you push the left analog stick, and you will get this animation. And the cool thing about this animation, from what I've noticed when I was fighting zombies, is that it elicits hit stun on them, but you have to hit them during a very specific moment. And the moment where you have to hit a zombie in order to elicit the hit stun is during the recovery frames of their grab. And that's the only time you will ever see any kind of noticeable stun on the enemies. And the thing that confuses me about this particular animation is that I don't know if it does increase damage to the enemies. That I'll have to explore a little bit further. I mean, I wasn't really able to get the kind of results I was expecting since I'm playing on standard difficulty. And it does take a lot of knife hits anyway to kill a lot of these zombies. So I'll have to explore further on hardcore difficulty when the full game comes out. But even then, the applications for this particular animation feel very limited. And the hit stun aspect, while it is a cool idea, it doesn't really feel that beneficial. I mean, stunning the zombie might be very helpful if you need to get out of a tight corner, but that's the only application I can think of as to why you would want to use this move. And then when you have the crappy input for it, which is so inconsistent, oftentimes it just doesn't come out. Like, it feels like a very unreliable technique. But again, I'll have to explore this particular animation in the future. This might be very beneficial for knife-only runs of this game, and it might even be beneficial against other enemy types or against other bosses. But let me now show you guys how you're supposed to fight the zombies without using the dodge, because the dodge with the knife, while it is pretty cool, it oftentimes misses because you roll into an enemy's attack to dodge them, and then the counter misses because they're so far away from you. And then when you add that to the fact that the zombie pathing on this game is not very good, and the fact that they have some very ambiguous hitboxes on their grabs, it can be very hard at times to get the dodge off of them. So the method I'm about to show you is safe, but it takes a little bit longer to get rid of the zombies. I'm going to demonstrate the method with this first guy over here, and all I'm going to be doing is using the sprint counter to bait out his attack, and I'm going to knife him during the recovery frames. This first guy, he doesn't attack you very quickly after he does an attack. The other enemies will attack you a lot faster, because this guy's kind of a tutorial zombie. So you kind of want to do everything you're seeing right now a little bit faster than how I'm doing it when it comes to the other zombies, because they are very quick to respond to you after they do an attack. But I've shown the normal attack and the lunge attack. Now I'll show you the third animation. And see that? A guaranteed stun. I'm going to do it again. Watch. I'm going to do the sprint counter to bait out his attack early, and I'm going to try to knife him using that same technique. But right there, the reason why I did a lunge instead is because the input is trash. It's so stupid the way they've implemented that system. And the fact that there isn't even a tutorial for this particular animation just seems very silly to me. And like I said, even though it's eliciting hit stun, I don't know if it's eliciting hit stun because the hit is actually doing more damage, or because it's just being triggered because of a unique state I'm putting the zombie into. And whether this will work on hardcore difficulty or not is another question entirely, because on hardcore difficulty, the hit stuns on the enemies are almost completely non-existent. So, if the hit stuns are going to be almost non-existent on hardcore difficulty, then maybe this technique will not work that well. And the hardcore difficulty will just completely destroy the whole purpose of this animation. Or it probably won't. And I'm hopeful it's going to be the latter case. Because if it's the latter case, then that means that this move will actually serve a purpose. And if it serves a purpose, then it might be useful against other enemy types, or it might be useful in certain sections. I cannot wait to explore this when I get on hardcore difficulty of this game. And the fact that I'm probably the first person to figure this out, and to actually see the kind of effect this move has, is just even more impressive for myself. But now you guys know if you guys choose to watch this video. But that has been the showcasing of the different knife animations. Thank you all for watching, and you take care now.